All right, can y'all see me before I start talking? I want to make sure everything's working.
I
Ah,
can.
Uh,
fuck it, it's probably working. Welcome everyone to Versus Court, Nebula Theater. I already fucked up the intro. Today we are covering a matchup that was pitched to the net or suggested. I'm not really sure the details. We're doing Goku versus Sonic. All right.
woo!
Yes.
Woohoo!
Finally, we're doing this. I will be your host and debating for Sonic. I am the Croat Cajun. Y'all know me from places. My two lovely jurors, please introduce yourselves.
Hello. I am Pin, and I pitch a lot of matchups. I work for Nebula Theater. You know who I am.
And I also work for Nebula Theater. My name is Zorro. You've probably seen me on here if you've seen Cass. If not, hello, nice to meet you. Welcome by. We're about to debate.
And debating for Goku, the man who apparently can beat anybody, but can he beat Moloch?
You already know. I'm Molak, and I'm going to be debating for Goku today. Get ready.
Righty. I feel like these characters are self-explanatory, but I think it's fair we just give a basic rundown for both before we get started.
Yeah.
Moloch, we'll start with you. Talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Son Goku.
I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm excited.
Boom.
So, Son Goku. He's insane from Earth. He is the one who stood up to countless evils throughout outer space. Vegeta, before he went to a character arc, Frieza, Cell. Okay, well, Cell came from Earth. Majin Buu. He has faced all kinds of threats, and Sonic is going to be absolutely nothing new. All right. So what? Sonic just runs really fast. Okay, and what's gonna happen when I trip him? Nothing. All right, nothing. Sonic has no hands, and Goku is going to completely embarrass him, both in skill and power. And you will see that Goku will still be unbeatable, unless he fights me.
Goku ducking the fade. That's all I'm hearing.
I will say that for the Nebula versus Courts, these intros are meant to be more of an introduction to the character than an opening argument. But you know what? You know
I'm
what?
new
That's
here.
fine.
I didn't
That's
know
fine.
that.
I forgot about that, to be honest, and I've done one of these.
No, like these two are pretty notable characters, so not the biggest deal. Just something to note.
I'll remember
Alright.
that for next time.
Yeah.
Save it for next time. Well, it's my turn to talk about the blue blur. Sonic. He's the fastest thing alive. You know, you all know him. He goes on adventures, running around, crushing the head of some egg-looking motherfucker who calls himself Robotnik. Cringe. And you mentioned that, oh, Goku got skill. What's skill going to do when he can't even touch Sonic? What's all his power going to do when he can't even see Sonic? And all I'm saying is you act like Goku that guy. If Goku was that guy, he wouldn't have lost to Superman 3 times. All I'm saying.
All right.
Remember when I said these things were about introducing the character? And
Sorry, I was in a mood. Okay.
all right,
I was matching the vibe.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna speed run this real quick so that Plum doesn't get mad at us. Goku, famous anime guy, Shonen Boy #1, one of the greatest martial artists of anime history. If you know anything about anime, you've probably heard of this guy. Sonic, fastest thing alive, Sega's mascot, is all about freedom, running fast, and just likes having an adventure for fun. Has hit or miss games for the past 10 years or so. Okay, I think that's good introductions.
Yes. Alrighty. Gotta make sure everything's running. Someone was asking what versions. To be frank, this is mainline canon Sonic and Goku. So for
Yep.
Sonic, this is the games, the IDW comics, also Prime. Prime is part of this canon, and I think that's everything for Sonic.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
And
for
for-
Goku. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and for Goku, it's the original manga, the anime, Super, and also Daima, because Daima's technically canon, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
It's canon the way Prime's canon.
Yeah, like
yeah.
yeah. Like Akira Toriyama was the last thing he really worked on Dragon Ball wise before he passed. Rest in peace. And it was written with the intention of it being canon. So
Yeah.
So this is
this,
not
so this won't
including.
be Archie Sonic or Heroes Goku.
Yeah, this is not
Correct.
including Archie or Heroes. We're sticking purely mainline.
yeah,
Which-
mainline canon sources. If there anything comes up that's a little questionable, we'll assess it on the spot.
And don't worry, because both of these characters, just from their mainlines, especially Sonic, can get kind of insane. But let's start with the arguments. Since Goku's the leading man, Moloch, you're up first.
All right. Well, as I mentioned before, Goku has a whole host of skill. He has decades at this point of fighting experience. Even when he was just I must have loaded. Even when he was a little kid, Goku has been training and mastering martial arts under his grandfather, under Master Roshi, under I'm trying to remember the cat's name. I'm forgetting his name.
Korin.
Thank you. Under Korin, Goku has trained all across Earth, and then eventually he started even training with literal gods, Beerus and Whis. Whis being an angel, Beerus being the god. And all of that skill has turned Goku kind of just into like this monstrous fighter who even it's like seemingly people like often like to say that Goku isn't the brightest, but when it comes to fighting, bro is damn near second to none. And so to show an example of that, I have some examples. And don't worry, I know that Toei is very aggressive with copyright, so I made sure to put tint the panels so we wouldn't get in trouble. So to show an example of just how good Goku is at fighting, can you please pull up I Understand It Now? Understand It Now 1. Yep. So this is in Dragon Ball Super when Goku's first ever encounter with Hit, the alien. And I guess I should have said this now. There are a lot of differences between the Dragon Ball Super anime and the Dragon Ball Super manga, but for most of my arguments, I'm going to try and focus on just the manga. I will bring up one thing from the anime, but that's going to be later, so don't worry about that. And here, you see, Hit is using his time skip ability on Goku for the first time. Goku gets hit by it once. And then Goku, just from just one time, he's like, you know what? Yeah, thanks to that, I think I know what to do now. And Hit's like, oh? So can you bring up 2? So for people who have seen the Dragon Ball Super anime, you might remember that Goku's main way of getting through his time stop was mainly just to power through it. But in the manga, Goku, in base, literally just starts to figure out his movements while skipping time. And can you pull up 3?
So I saw the first 2. I didn't see a third one. My apologies.
It's fine. Goku, in a base, figured out this guy's time skip. And to be clear, I did skip a panel, but Goku got hit by Hit using this ability twice. Goku experienced this ability twice, and he was like, okay, yeah, I figured it out now. And he just immediately starts tagging Hit. Through pure skill and experience. Didn't even need to power up yet. And then, as people know, once Goku did power up, he just starts fully powering through Hit's abilities. and we'll talk about power and like that kind of hacks later. But like that's the kind of level of skill Goku is operating at, where he can just he will experience an opponent's technique once or twice, and that's literally all he needs now to figure out a countermeasure in order to get around them. And maybe I'm wrong, but all I've ever seen Sonic do to beat a villain is spin dash. And I'm gonna be honest, Goku's gonna get hit with a spin dash once. He's gonna be like, I understand it now, and he's just gonna sidestep it. I don't. Maybe I'm underestimating Sonic, but you can go ahead. That's all I have to say because I just want to start with Goku's skill and experience.
All right. Now, skill for Sonic. Let's talk about some of the other things Sonic can do, because you mentioned that all Sonic can do is spin dash. That's far from the truth. You see, Sonic has had a lot of experience fighting badniks throughout the universe. Time, space, different dimensions. He's done it all. And he can't really get that far by just running and jumping. So while he does have his trusty spin dash where he stays in one spot for a few seconds and then shoots out at aggressive speeds, he also has the homing attack, which whenever in the air, on the ground, basically wherever, he'll just instantly home in on his enemies. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, that's all, like I remember that from Adventure. Sonic's got a few more tricks up his sleeve, I should say. If I remember correctly, in Sonic Forces, he is able to shoot energy beams at his Frontiers, not Forces, Frontiers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got them confused. My apologies. They both begin with F.
No worries.
Yes. Do that. And also, he's got a lot of items at his disposal that he can use. Obviously, if you play the adventure games, he's gotten the fire ring, the light speed shoes, which won't really help in a fight. I just like mentioning his light speed shoes because they're the soap shoes, and the soap shoes are objectively the best Sonic shoes. Fight me. And I'm missing something else. Oh, the bounce bracelet, which allows him to bounce. He also has access to all of his shields, the flame shield, bubble shield, electric shield. While he's not as... Okay, I'll give it to you this. I ain't going to beat around the bush. He's not as skilled as Goku. Goku is a martial arts... Goku's a martial arts champion. Sonic is not trained. At all. He is all natural talent. Of just constantly fighting the same motherfucker for damn near 30 years. I think over 30 years at this rate. But... Okay, I don't want to get into the Wisp yet. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can say.
I mean, you can just keep it to, like, what's Sonic's general game plan when it comes to a fight?
Oh, yeah. So Sonic, he is all about getting from point A to point B as fast as possible. If you an obstacle in the way, he ain't going to waste much time on you. He's going to hit you once and be done. Whether that be jumping on you, homing attack, spin dashing, or... in some of the other cases, using the items that he gains. I know in... Okay. No, okay. He can technically fly. I just remembered this. Because of glitches in Sonic 06.
No.
I don't know why I remembered that. That just, like, appeared in the catalog, and I had to mention it because it was funny.
I have a question for Molak.
Yes.
This probably should be brought up in the beginning, but I want to hear your thoughts on it since you are bringing in these manga panels for Goku. Goku in the manga versus the anime are kind of two different beasts in terms of like what they scale and like who they scale to a little bit.
Yes.
Like I know in particular, Goku Black slicing the time stream. That was not in the manga. So how do we go about that? Do we like composite Goku with the anime and the manga at the same time? Or are we strictly going with manga Goku here, out of curiosity?
Well, you can soft composite Goku like that because a lot of they're like, because we know that the anime canon of Dragon Ball Super, right, is slightly different and it tells its own story, but it still technically leads into the same events. But honestly, I do kind of think manga Goku might just be stronger than anime Goku anyway now. I do think that, like, there's an argument or two that gets him up there anyway. I know I saw some people arguing in the chat about like the time stream feat. And yes, that is a crazy feat from the anime. But honestly, even without that feat, I don't want to get into stats yet, so I don't know if I want to get too much into it.
Well,
but
we were talking about skill and how skillful Goku is. We could always talk about, speed. And then
Or-
No. We are
say
not.
that
No.
last.
We are.
save it for last.
Hold on. No. You think
Here's
for a
one
Sonic
thing-
debate we're going to open with speed?
Okay, here's one thing I will ask of Moloch, since there's a chance that people aren't familiar with Goku. We went over Goku's skills and experience, but what is his general game plan? Like, when he is in a fight, what are some of the things that we can expect him to do?
Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. Wow, you're right. Wow, it feels so weird having to explain how Goku fights. But yeah, that's a good point, Zoro. For a lot of, I mean, come on. Obviously, Goku uses Ki and Energy Blast like Croat. Croat mentioned that Sonic does. Goku is definitely more popularly known for that. He can shoot him out of his hands. He can shoot him out of his feet. He can shoot him out of his mouth, his eyes, and of course, he also has more signature attacks he does with it, like the Kamehameha, which is basically a more focused beam where Goku concentrates all of his energy into the beam, which I believe like that makes it stronger slightly when he concentrates the beam into the Kamehameha. He also has other more esoteric moves, like can you please pull up Think Fast Chuckle Nuts?
You have great names. I have to say this. I always love doing casts with you because your names are always funny. I try to match your names and I never do.
Hey man, I appreciate it. So yeah, this is one of the more stranger moves Goku has, the Taiyo Ken, or the Solar Flare in the English translation, where Goku blinds his opponents, and it blinds them. And as far as I know, because I reread the manga in prep for this, as far as I know, I think this move has like 100% work rate. Like I don't think it's ever failed to work. It always blinds the opponent, no matter who they are. I just think that's really funny that like in the middle of the fight, Goku could just blind Sonic. He also, much like many other Dragon Ball characters, many people don't talk about it, but he also has pretty strong telekinesis. So he has control over people. He can like stop them in like mid motion using. I'll be honest, we're not really sure in canon how Dragon Ball telekinesis works, but he has it, and he can just use it to stop people, float around rocks, buildings, stop them in place. He also has another move, the God Bind, which does the same thing, but it's more like instead of being able to move them around with telekinesis, he just fully stops them in place. So he has a lot of non-key blast abilities that a lot of people don't talk about, but he does use them, and he has them pretty often. In terms of items, I could bring up the Power Pole Staff, but I think we can all agree the Power Pole Staff is not fucking relevant. As much as I love the Power Pole Staff, it's not doing anything. But so I will pull up. Can you please pull up Pill Popper?
Again, fantastic name, Pill Popper. If I can find it, there it is. I know what the fuck you're bringing up too.
So yeah, typically on Goku's person, he usually carries a few sensu beans, which are like these magical beans from like OG way back in the day Dragon Ball that have stayed relevant even to this day, where if you eat them, they can fully restore your wounds, your stamina, and apparently they can even help you regrow limbs. Although I don't know if is that true? Because I don't think I've ever seen someone regrow their limbs with a sensu bean.
Don't remember anyone regrowing limbs from a sensu bean.
Yeah, I know Death Battle said that, but I don't know if that's true.
I as far as I know, not, because then future Gohan wouldn't have lost an arm.
Good point. Very good point. So I guess
So-
that's an X on the
Death
we're going
Battle
list. But it's still
lies.
it's still a full heal, you know? It's basically a full restore from Pokemon. It's pretty good. And he carries a few of these on his person that he can just pop into his mouth, you know, get that high and keep fighting.
We're giving him sensu beams, then we're going to give Sonic all of his item boxes. That in the
Oh, no.
original games, you can jump on an item box and they can do some shit. Some give Sonic an extra life, some recover health, some give him smart bombs they can use on enemies. Some will just give him rings because brother needs rings to survive. And to go quickly back to skill, just so I can properly say what the fuck happens in Frontiers. Frontiers gives Sonic a whole lot of different moves and abilities that he can use in this fight, so he's not relying on just homing attack. Some include the Psy-Loop, where he runs around in a circle, causing a cyclone to appear. This one's just funny. The air trick shot, basically, he'll just style on you in the air. The homing shot, which is what I was talking about earlier, the energy spheres that he can just shoot at Goku. The spin slash, where he surrounds enemies with a multi-hit spinning attack. He's got a lot of different variety of skills. As for some of the items that Sonic has at his disposal, I just gotta make sure I'm getting everything covered. The biggest thing that he has access to is the Wisp from Sonic Colors. And from afterwards, they've like kind of always been Sonic's ride or die since he freed them from a trash ass amusement park. And these Wisps can give Sonic a boost in energy. They can transform Sonic into a bomb to roll over enemies and detonate. Turn him into a giant ass blue cube that emits large shockwaves that slams on the ground. And the biggest one is the Violent Void, which can turn Sonic into a massive black hole. Orb with violet edges. It can pull in nearby objects, making them disappear. It admittedly can attract large or heavy objects, but it's still cool to mention. There are tons of Wisps that I haven't mentioned, but they have a lot of different items. Oh, the yellow drill. He can turn into a drill, dig into the ground, and then sneak up like right behind Goku, give him 1,000 years of death, send his ass flying.
Oh gosh.
Well, I'll have you know, Goku's official weight is 137 pounds. Therefore, he is too heavy to be sucked in.
You can bench that.
I'm just imagining a scene where Goku fires like a Kamehameha, and then it just gets swirled into the vortex.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm just making sure I'm covering everything real quick. So if I'm like a little bit distracted, my apologies. But yeah, basically the general thing was they all turn Sonic into just random items. Random power-ups that he will just use to essentially stall Goku. Essentially. And kind of beat him up a little bit. And also you mentioned the sensu beams. Motherfucker, he doesn't have sensu beams on him all the damn time.
I mean, it's pretty common.
It feels like half the fights in Dragon Ball, they're like, shit, do you have sensu beams? No. Fuck.
Okay, but if we're going off of, like, you know, Death Battle, Nebula Theater...
Yeah, they would...
Then
yes.
we will be giving them at their best, so he would at least have, like, a few on hand.
Yeah,
but that wouldn't stop Sonic from, like, taking it and then, like, you know, using them himself,
yeah.
So...
It's just...
Could be just as much as a
thinking
liability.
back to the Broly movie, where they leave a rageful Broly alone to teleport to Piccolo, and they go, you have sensu beams? And Piccolo's like, no.
Yeah, that was so funny.
That's such a funny moment. Yeah, I mean, there's not really stopping Sonic from just stealing Goku's sensu beams.
Well, there is one thing. How are you going to touch Goku when Goku has instant transmission? Can you please pull up instant transmission? So, One of Goku's techniques that he learns in Dragon Ball Z is the instant transmission, which is basically a teleport that allows Goku to move extremely large distances away, and not just like distances. No, Goku with this can like teleport through dimensions. We see him teleport to heaven. We see him teleport to Beerus's off-world. We see him teleport to the Kyle realms. And I will talk a little bit about Dragon Ball cosmology later, a little bit, because it's not that relevant, but I will bring it up later. But being able to teleport to these places is impressive. And the reason I have this statement on the screen specifically is because this is from one of the guidebooks. It's because it states instant transmission seems to be interpreted as passing through a different space that transcends time.
All right. You see, you mentioned transcending time. Unfortunately,
Thanks for the
Sonic's
tip.
done that a few times. Before we go on and talk about that, I want to make it clear, I didn't mention the Chaos Emeralds yet. I was kind of saving them for later. But it is important to mention Sonic can use Chaos Control. He literally learned how to use it after seeing Shadow do it once. And he did it with a fake emerald. Not a real emerald, he did it with a fake emerald. So Sonic should be able to use Chaos Control. But let's talk about time. Wait, no, that gets into speed. Never mind. I gotta save that.
Yeah.
I'll talk a bit about the emeralds. Because that's going to be a big linchpin in this debate, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. What is a Chaos Emerald?
So Chaos Emeralds. Chaos Emeralds, there's 7 of them. Because people love the number 7. They coming from the 8. They're basically just magical emeralds fueled with chaos energy. And if you just have one of them, you can do some crazy shit with it. I mentioned before Chaos Control. Shadow was able to use Chaos Blast. Basically, the emeralds are, for lack of a better term, fucking batteries you can use to do insane shit. And with just one, you can already bend the laws of space and time to your will. When you get all 7, you turn into a demon. You turn into Super Sonic. I'm just mentioning this now because I have nothing else to do with the Emerald. Basically, Super Sonic is, as stated before, Sonic Super Form, and in it, he is completely invincible, completely invulnerable until he runs out of rings.
Mm-hmm.
And with it, he gains a boost to his strength, his speed, his durability, basically everything. He essentially becomes a god. Is the best way to put it. And the emeralds have been stated by Sonic to be, I think 1 emerald is strong enough to blow up a moon. So all 7 together, you can do some wacky shit. And let me just say right now, a moon for an emerald, in my opinion, that's low end. I think emeralds can potentially destroy planets. But that's just me.
Destroy planets and moons? Brother, we've been doing that since OG Dragon Ball. What are we talking about? And Super Sonic, more like copyright Sonic. You know who did that first? Me! I'm the GOAT. I'm just kidding. I'll stop. But yeah, you do mention Super Sonic, and that is a powerful transformation. But Goku also has plenty of super transformations. Of course, he has the iconic Super Saiyan. He has Super Saiyan 2. He has Super Saiyan 2 Max Juice. He has Super Saiyan 3. He has Super Saiyan God. He has Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And he just has so many different colors and super forms, each with their own multipliers, that, I don't care how Super Sonic feels, he's never gonna, stack up to Goku. I'm trying not to get into stats.
Wait, are you continuing?
No, I'm done. That's it.
Oh, sorry. I was like, I thought you were going to continue. Now you talk. Yeah. Yes. You
Oh,
see.
wait.
Wait, you have
Sorry.
some?
Yes, I do. I almost forgot. Because along with his transformations, Goku has something else that also helps to amp his power, the Kaioken. Kaio what? The Kaioken. The Kaioken uh is basically like an amp that Goku can do where he puts strain on his body, but in exchange he gets incredibly stronger. And so he can do like times 2, times 4, and I think the most he's done in canon, without counting the movie, I'm not going to use the movie feat. In canon, Goku has gone even times 20 with the Kaioken, and he's even stacked that in the anime with Super Saiyan Blue.
Mm.
I do think if anime Goku can do it, manga Goku could also probably do it. I don't think that's a crazy take.
Wait, has he never stacked Kaioken with blue in the manga?
I don't think so, actually. No.
Huh. That's actually a very interesting change.
I know, right?
Molak, has he ever stacked Kaioken with any other form in the manga? Like Super Saiyan normally or anything like that?
Uh, correct. People can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
He has not. Super Saiyan, it was a bit uneven with like the energy output. It wouldn't stack properly. The only reason why he's able to do it in like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan
Yeah,
is apparently God Ki is a lot more stable, so they can easily stack it without it. Because the Kaioken is physically intensive on the body,
right.
so the God Key makes it easier for him to take the strain. The strain of normal Super Saiyan and Kaioken would be too much.
Yeah, and people in the comments are saying no. In the manga, what he did to beat Jiren, instead of doing the Kaioken, he perfected Blue. He perfected Super Saiyan Blue. That's what he did.
Oh,
So
interesting.
no, but I do think that manga Goku should be able to do it. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. I don't think so. You can say you can call me out on that, but I think he can do it. I believe in my go.
Crow mentioned earlier that Sonic is able to copy chaos control from what Shadow did. If I remember correctly, Goku was also able to copy a very impressive technique he saw from Beerus. If I remember correctly.
Ah, yes. Can you please pull up Ligma?
The hell is Steve Jobs?
Such a
Yes.
shame Goku died of Ligma.
Who the hell's Goku?
Ligma balls. So yes, Goku from Beerus, the god of destruction, learned destruction. In the English, it's called destruction, but it's actually called Hakai. Let's all call it Hakai because Hakai is way cooler. And what Hakai does is it completely destroys the target. And in the anime, the statement isn't in the manga, I don't think, but in the anime, it's stated that Hakai erases you from space and time. Like, this is complete existence erasure. Even your spirit gets erased. So, spirit erasure, time erasure, and physical erasure. You get hit with Hakai, you're done for. And a lot of people think that Goku, for some reason, hasn't mastered it. He knows how to use it. He just chooses not to. Like, he was gonna use it on Zamasu, and the only reason it didn't work was because Zamasu, I didn't grab it, but Zamasu had used one of his little portal thingies to grab Mai and used Mai as like a human shield to make Goku stop. If it wasn't for that, he would have just killed Zamasu there.
Existence erasure. And you mentioned time and space. Man, if only a Sonic fought an enemy whose whole gimmick was destroying time and space. Oh, wait, he did. In the beginning of Sonic Generations, the whole point of Sonic Generations is he has to fight the Time Eater, and he ends up in white space. White space is a realm where time and space just don't fucking exist. And Sonic gets eaten by the Time Eater, if I remember correctly from what happens. Therefore, this whole being erased from time and space, yeah, Sonic already tanked that shit. He went to white space, and you want to know what he did? He ran so fast, he was restoring time space by just running.
You can't run when your legs are turned to dust.
Only the most compelling arguments here on
That's the greatest argument of all time. I break your fucking legs. Try to run, bitch.
Molak, is there anything in the manga of how Goku was able to copy Beerus' technique? Is it ever explained how he could do this?
No, literally, it's just because Goku's goated. Because in the manga, I know it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm really not. Because in the manga, they're setting it up to where Goku is being taught by Whis, while Vegeta is being taught by Beerus. So Vegeta is the one that's really being taught by Beerus, and like he's doing like the whole God of Destruction route. Goku's doing like the Angel route. It's actually really cool if you read the manga. It's pretty cool. So like Beerus did not teach Goku this. Goku just learned it himself. Like he pulled a Kung Fu Panda 1. He's like, oh no, I figured it out, and he almost skadooshed Zamasu. He actually he that's how good Goku is at martial arts and how skilled he is at fighting. He doesn't even need to be taught it. He'll learn it on his own just after seeing it.
One thing I forgot to mention about the Chaos Emeralds, I got loop back to that real quick. Chaos Emeralds do have infinite power. That is stated, and that's been shown multiple times. Again, the only reason he runs out of Supersonic is because he doesn't have rings, because gameplay mechanic. And Supersonic is more than just running into you and bashing his head in. No, thanks to Frontiers, Supersonic now has a lot more abilities that he can use, including homing attacks, flying around, energy blasts. Like, I'm warping hell because I didn't play Frontiers. I'm just doing research, but I'll be open and honest when I LARP. But Supersonic can do insane shit. And again, Supersonic's basically invincible. Hakai ain't gonna work on that shit because base Sonic already resisted that shit.
I guess if we want to talk about resistances, there is one very common thing in Dragon Ball that this is probably like the thing. Like whenever someone tries to throw a weird esoteric ability at Goku, can you please pull up Not Too Complex?
I almost hit the wrong image on you. I am so sorry.
It's all good. So anyway, that's a nice complex hap ability, you fucking dipshit. Now, check this shit out. As you can see, Goku and many other characters in Dragon Ball, they can kind of just power through Hack's abilities. And this was shown in the fight with Vegito and Majin Buu. Super Buu. Sorry. And where Super Buu turned Vegito into a piece of candy, and Vegito just kept beating his ass anyway. He just kept resisting it. And now, I don't know how he's going to use Chaos Control on Goku. He's going to stop time. Goku's just going to power through it. Oh, he's going to use Psychic Energy on him back. Goku's just going to power through it. Oh, what's that? Sonic's going to run so fast, he's going to erase Goku. Goku's just going to power through it. That's what we're dealing with here, man. That's just how Dragon Ball characters work.
I have a question actually about that. So what? Oh no, just from a question?
Nothing. No, go ahead.
Okay, so the candy beam thing, is that like a key-based ability?
No, I actually think that's a magic ability, because Majin Buu is a magical creature.
Yeah. Because I know like that works for like key-based abilities. I didn't know if it worked for abilities outside of key, so that was a good clarifier for me. Thank you.
I will say this though, because you do bring it up, and I do want to be fair. In the Moro arc, the whole central villain of that arc is obviously Moro. And Moro is like this evil wizard guy who his whole thing is magic, right? He takes the energy of planets and he uses that to empower his magic and his spells. And I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely think he's like the best antagonist in Dragon Ball Super, but like that's just me. I fucking love Moro. And Moro has an ability that allows him to essentially drain the energy of other people if they're connected to the planet that he's also draining. And that did work on Goku and Vegeta in their initial encounters with him. But with Moro's ability, it's a little weird because like he can drain you, but you either have to be connected to the planet or he has to touch you directly. So I'm not really sure because towards the end of the arc, Goku gets like significantly stronger than him. So I'm not really sure if it'll work on him then. So we don't know if that ability would work on Goku, but that is like a counter example to show that like it might not be a true counter to everything. I just wanted to bring that up to be fair.
All right. So there are some arguments that depending on power gap or stats, he might be able to shake off abilities that others typically wouldn't.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I don't want to get too much into stats since we saved those for last. Crow Cajun, do you have any like response for that?
Of Sonic's of what? Being able to resist shit.
Yeah, like
Does Sonic have any resistances that would like be good against Goku?
aside from the whole resisting Hakai because he resisted with the whole time eater thing.
Sonic has resisted sealing several times. He's resisted memory erasure, soul erasure, and data erasure, and information erasure because the Time Eater ate cyberspace in Frontiers. I see someone's mentioning if Hypersonic is in this debate. That's
a
don't know
good
if
question.
So, Hypersonic only appears in one game, Sonic and Knuckles, and that is with the Super Chaos Emeralds. That is the only time it appears. It is stated to be a stronger version of Supersonic, and in fact, in the final fight in Frontiers, Sonic fuses with cyberspace, if I remember correctly, to become Supersonic 2. Which is just supersonic but stronger. That was supposed to be hypersonic. So we can kind of keep the argument that hypersonic is just based supersonic, but just a multiplier stronger.
So like a supersonic 2 to Goku's Super Saiyan 2.
Yes.
For comparison.
And Zio does mention that the Super Emeralds are stuck in another dimension. Those are the Soul Emeralds. The Soul Emeralds are different.
Soul Emeralds.
That's different. Sonic does not get access to those. But
wait, quick question. What do you mean by it was supposed to be hypersonic?
So Ian Flynn mentioned that when he originally pitched it, he wanted it to be hypersonic.
All right, and then they decided, no, let's make it a different transformation.
They decided not, but some of the line, basically what it was supposed to be. I can find it. Just give me a quick second. It won't take too long.
All right, Moloch, do you have anything to say?
I found it. Basically, Ian Flynn pitched hypersonic. Ian Flynn pitched hypersonic to be the form used in the battle to battle the end of Frontiers. In the original pitch, Sonic would have initiated the transformation by calling out the wills of all the ancients, and Coco left in cyberspace, absorbing the remaining energy to transform his super state into hypersonic. The idea was rejected, and that basically just became Supersonic 2.
Interesting.
Okay,
that is what happens. And Supersonic 2 is him, again, fusing with fucking cyberspace, which is this... Talking a lot about cyberspace, I need to explain this. There are technically like two types of cyberspace in Sonic. One has a space, one doesn't in the name. It's fucking stupid. I just gotta complain about that real quick. It made researching a little bit confusing. But cyberspace, That's where the Elders of the Ancients. Cyberspace is a place where they can upload their hope streams and memories to access at any time. It's their very essence. And the Time Eater essentially eats that shit and just deletes it. If I
Yummers.
remember correctly of what happens. I may be getting some of the details wrong.
Stupid Time Eater. Why does the Time Eater have to
Yeah,
exist?
no, it's like the Time Eater erased cyberspace, a realm consumed of fundamental information with souls, memories, and datas, and Sonic just tanked it. He was just unaffected by it.
Damn.
And I mentioned before, he resisted existence erasure thanks to Time Eater eating all space time, which included cyberspace and imaginary world. Fuck, there's a lot of damn worlds in Sonic. Oh god. I had to research this fucking cosmology, man. Sonic has shown a lot of strange resistances. He has resisted plot erasure because
Oh, the storybooks.
it's the storybooks, yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. Thanks to the fantastic storybooks, he has resisted fate manipulation, plot manipulation, and law manipulation.
Jesus Christ.
All right. I want a more explanation. What are the storybooks and how are they canon?
So the storybooks, it was 2 games, Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight. And essentially in these games, Sonic is transported to another world at random where he's basically said, or someone says, hey, the story is fucked. Go fix it. And he's like, okay.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. For a second, I thought you were talking about actual books. I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's just the...
All right. Forgive me, I did a goof.
Oh, man.
Yes, but Sonic was able in the Secret Rings to defeat the main bad guy, which is the evil genie. Which, well, I gotta remember what this said. He sacrificed, he defied a grim fate that's said to await him by King Solomon. And basically the story was set in stone, and Sonic was like, no. He just was like, nah, that's stupid. And then just wins the day. Because it was supposed to be his world. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna make this. And then the fucking dark version of Sonic, that transformation, which I don't remember how he gets it. I didn't really give that much of a shit of Secret Rings. But he's like, nah, I don't want to be part of your world. And then kicks the genie's ass. That is what happens.
Okay.
So Sonic's got insane resistances.
Okay.
Question, Malak.
Yes.
In Dragon Ball, lots of characters' abilities and certain things they can do. I think of, like, for one thing, hits, time skip, and then the God Bind. I believe characters are able to get out of this through, like, higher key power.
Yes.
Or stronger in general.
Yes.
Just want to confirm that. And then Cajun, for that instance, if Goku used the God Bind on Sonic to, like, if he went super and then used the God Bind to stop him, do you think he could, like, easily just, like, break out of that, like, easily?
Sonic has been able to resist specific types of sealing. This is more Prime, but he can enter the gateway of the Shadowverse when other characters like Shadow weren't even able to step in. He has resisted. He actually, a sage sends him to cyberspace in Frontiers, and then Sonic escapes it through his own power.
Yeah.
Like, he just escapes cyberspace. So if he's able to escape an entire, like, dimension like that, I don't see how the God Bind can keep him down. Because he'll either just chaos control or he'll just legitimately will that shit off his chest.
And then for that, since he could get out of the Godbind, so like pretty seemingly without much difficulty, Molak in comparison can Goku do anything to overpower Chaos Control in the same kind of way?
Well, chaos control, a lot of it is like controlling and distorting space and time. And like you mentioned, hits time stop. Him
Mhm.
being able to power through that does give a little bit of credence to it, but there also is other stuff in Dragon Ball. I was gonna wait till stats for this, but this can be used now. Can you please pull up Ra?
Raw?
Ra!
Ta.
Rama, Ramama.
Let's not get copyrighted.
Goku. He's gonna
Well,
die.
Before Super, back in Dragon Ball Z, you had examples of characters like Boo and in this example, Gotenks, just being able to break through spaces and time. Like pretty casually too. Like they're not really trying. They're just like literally just by yelling, they can break through the hyperbolic time chamber, which is where I am, as you can see. It's a very nice vacation vista right now. I'm gonna be in here for a few days, but that's not the point. As you
Wait,
see-
is the time dilation turned on? You're gonna be in there for years.
Yeah.
It's got some pretty good
He's
Wi-Fi.
fine. He's fine.
Anyway, yeah, being able to break out of the hyperbolic time chamber, which is confirmed to be its own dimension with its own like time, with its own like time flow, is pretty impressive, and I do think that gives a lot of credence because especially now, current Goku is like thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of times stronger than these guys, and we'll get to it when we get to stats. But if they can do it, Goku can almost certainly do it without even breaking a sweat. So if it's something like chaos control, I do think Goku, he should be able to just again power through it. Dug it out.
Hmm.
I like how most of our arguments for their resistances are just they'll thug it out. And it's
That's all they do,
legitimate
man.
because these two have done batshit like
Yeah.
things.
It seems like they both have a wide variety of skills. It really just comes down to their natural resistances comes from being able to just tough it out physically. So this
Yeah,
might
I
come down
mean, from
to
the sounds of things, it sounds like Sonic has a lot more resistances in this case than Goku does. I don't know how resisting plot manipulation will factor into this fight. I don't think Goku can do that, unless I'm wrong. Did he do that, Malak?
He can if I believe he can.
over. Okay, well then
Believe in
Sonic
the
resistance
Goku that
anyway,
believes in
so-
you.
And we are I think like 55 minutes in, so I do want to bring up stats in a moment, but I do want to ask this and circle back to skills like we mentioned before. They do seem like Goku is like definitely more skilled than Sonic is. I think that's without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
But you both mentioned something interesting of them being able to like see and copy others' abilities. With Sonic copying Shadow's chaos control seemingly without much difficulty. He's like, oh, that's cool. I can do that too now. And then Goku is able to copy a similar like high power technique like Hakai. Do you either of you think like Sonic or Goku could copy each other's techniques in the same kind of way?
So I don't think part of the reason that Sonic was able to do it was because he had a Chaos Emerald and he was able to understand Chaos Energy. I don't think that Chaos Energy and Ki are the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it comes down to. It's the fact in verse equating that shit, it's like kind of lame low-key. So I don't think they should be able to copy each other's abilities because
Joke's on you, Crow. I think Goku can 100% copy the spin dash.
anyone can copy the spin dash. Dog, if my camera was set up correctly, I would spin dash through my fucking room. All right, I can do it.
I think
too.
Goku's hair could like hurt somebody if he ran into somebody with it. To be fair,
If you put key in it, he probably could.
yeah.
Sonic
All right.
puts Chaos Energy in his quills and
All right.
just actually
Yeah.
attacks like a hedgehog.
Unless either of you have anything else you really think needs to be brought up, I think we could finally get into the strength and speed
I
categories.
do have one
Well,
thing
yeah.
I forgot to
Yeah,
mention.
I think.
Real
Oh,
quick.
go.
Ring time. Sonic can turn Goku into a ring. Done. Debate over.
What?
the stop mid sip, eyes widen.
I don't know if it's viable. I just looked it up and I
Wait.
thought it was funny. I had to mention it. One of the items he gets is ring time, where he hits it, all the enemies turn into rings.
You're pulling out the fiery fan fight arguments here.
Yes, I am.
Again, Vegeta was turned into a piece of candy, and he could fight through that. I think Goku could power through. being
Probably.
turned into a-
No.
Yeah,
If anyone could
that-
do it, it's Goku. Let's keep it
Yeah.
real.
Honestly, if we did this as a Nebula theater, I think that would be a hilarious scene of just Goku turning into a ring and then pulling a similar thing with a ring and him just start duking it out until he naturally just transforms back. That would be a cool scene.
All right.
Yeah. Before we get into stats, though, I think there is an elephant Moloch has been kind of tiptoeing around when it comes to Goku. Would you like to bring that up beforehand? Or
Is the elephant the white elephant?
yeah. The I don't know. Just call it a hunch, maybe an instinct that there might be something more. I
Well,
just feel like we're missing something ultra important right now.
say that again. But
Nice instinct, Zoro.
I will say I was gonna wait for. You know what? Yeah, I'll do it now. I think it's time. Can you please pull out the white man?
The white man specifically. I was
Yes.
waiting for you just to say that name. It's so funny.
So this is this is Ultra Instinct. So Ultra Instinct, a lot of people think that it's just the form, and obviously this is perfected Ultra Instinct. Goku gets this much later in the manga. This is the Ultra Instinct form. But contrary to what a lot of people remember, Ultra Instinct can technically be used in any of Goku's forms because it's not just a power-up, it's a state of mind. So he could do it in base, he can do it in Super Saiyan, he could do it in any of his forms. And what Ultra Instinct essentially allows Goku to do is it allows him to basically move at 100% max efficiency without having to think at all. His body will just naturally react and dodge anything that comes its way in the most reasonable fashion it can. Even if a character is faster than Goku, Ultra Instinct was able to because like for example in the Granola arc, I'm gonna bring that up later for speed, but in the Granola arc, Goku fights Granola, who wished himself to be the strongest person in the Dragon Ball universe, which in my opinion I was like fucking finally. I was waiting for someone to make that wish, but he did it, and Goku went Ultra Instinct, and he was even though he was still weaker than Granola, and in Dragon Ball if you're weaker than someone that means you're also slower than them, he was still able to fully dodge and keep up with Granola in his Ultra Instinct form. So it's basically like what's the best way to say it? It's kind of like he is a bullfighter that can dodge any bull, no matter how fast the bull is, once he's in Ultra Instinct.
He has auto dodge on.
Exactly. He has auto dodge. That's a good way of putting it. And people will try to bring up that it's a form that's hard for Goku to maintain. And while this was true in the Granola arc, where we currently are in Dragon Ball Super, it's like a whole year after that arc, and Goku has had plenty of time to train. And knowing Goku, he is almost definitely figured out how to last longer in that form. So I'm not really worried about like his stamina when he goes into Ultra Instinct or anything. We would have gotten more arcs of Goku, but as you know, unfortunately, the passing of Akira Toriyama put a halt on the Dragon Ball Super story for a little bit. So
it is coming back. We're getting
it is coming back.
Yeah.
We are getting
So,
Moro finally.
Yeah.
They just needed some time to figure things out.
So rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Goku's gonna win this. Trust.
All right. Ultra Instinct has been finally brought up. Now, what's the strength and speed, gentlemen?
All right.
I feel like if we get to strength...
since Molek just went first, I think Cation should go first for Sonic.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, am I going first?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, I feel like the only way to... So, base form Sonic is still reasonably strong. Base form Sonic is able to hurt a lot of people, but his strength comes from his super forms and the people he's fought in his super forms. Which, I feel like the only way to properly talk about strength is just getting right into the cosmology of Sonic. So...
All right, let me take another drink.
Bear with me for a bit. How big do y'all think Sonic's multiverse is?
Did you just say multiverse?
Yes. How big do you think it is?
Probably bigger than Earth. Probably.
I'd say it's about like the size of a moon, honestly.
Metal Sonic... I said that wrong. The multiverse of Sonic can get from low multiversal to multi-plus. Now you're probably thinking, what exactly is included in this verse? This includes the primary universe, the one we all know, the Chaotic Inferno, all the special stages are their own universes, the Shatterverse from Prime, the Void, Arabian Nights, Camelot, the Soul Dimension, Cyberspace, Imaginary World, Dream World, and all that together, that gets it to like 15 to 18 universes. Then, where did I get this multi-plus? Y'all remember the game Shadow the Hedgehog?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Shadow the Hedgehog has this funny little thing where you could choose your own ending in a multitude of different ways. The exact combination, if you're curious about the math, is 326 possible routes in Shadow the Hedgehog. Why am I bringing this up? Well, a certain Orange Fox has stated, if I can find the actual fucking quote...
Oh, God.
Has stated, if I can find it, I want to make sure I say this verbatim, that each timeline is its own universe. Because, remember Solaris?
Solaris.
This all goes to two boss fights, Solaris and Time Eater.
Every time.
Solaris was stated to... If I can fucking find this actual damn quote. Jesus is stupid. Whatever. So Solaris is stated his power was destroying all of time. All the timelines. Which would include, if you want to buy the high ends, which I do, all 326 different endings of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Holy shit.
Wow. That's a lot.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Yes, they were mentioning before, yes, the quote is from Tails Tube. It is specifically from the YouTube channel where Tails makes that comment about the timelines being multiple worlds.
That's, oh God.
Which is canon. It is canon.
Wow.
Huh.
And so Sonic's strength is multi-plus then?
Well,
high-end multi-plus, low-end, low multiversal. Because again, he fought Solaris and he fought the Time Eater. I will admit, he had help in both fights. So he fully scaling to it is a bit of a stretch. Because he had help with Shadow and Silver and Solaris and help with Classic Sonic and the Time Eater. So that scaling is weird. But he should still be that slow multi. Sorry, I was looking over. But yeah. Like,
All right. So low. So all right. That's he seems pretty strong then. Dare I ask his speed?
Don't
back
do
to
it.
Solaris real quick. So,
Don't
base
do it.
Sonic, I'm going to stick with base Sonic. Space Sonic, easily faster than light, all right? There's no debate about that. He is
Right.
hundreds, thousands, millions of times faster than light, in my opinion. Well, maybe not millions of times, but he's easily faster than light, all right? He's outrun black holes, he's traveled the universe very quickly. Supersonic, remember, is an enhance on his speed. So, again, if we go back to Solaris, Solaris's light spread across the universe and possibly all timelines. This gets to Sonic either 77 quadrillion times the speed of light, or if you buy Glow Multiversal and Multi Plus, immeasurable.
Wow.
And if you want more solid numbers, when the Time Eater reduced all of reality to a white void, which again, Sonic tanked, that is still a speed feat, which is still either. This number is insane. 122 quadrillion times to 6.652 quintillion times the speed of light, or infinite. To infinite. And speaking of Sonic, this is where I have to get insane. You know Shadow Generations?
Yep.
Well, Black Doom had influence over white space and was preventing the time anomaly in white space to heal, which is also multi. Admittedly, it's kind of debatable if Sonic scales to it because that's more of a Shadow thing, but Sonic and Shadow should still be on even footing, and they fought Solaris. Basically, what I am getting at is if you want to buy the high ends, which I believe you should do, Sonic's speed at his peak is immeasurable. And Sonic's strength is multi.
And those
And-
multiverses get up into like the 300s.
Those multiverses can get up to the 300s. Thank you, Tails Tube.
Wow. And all right. So Sonic is pretty fast and strong. What does Goku have in response, Molek?
All right. If you're gonna start with base Sonic, I think I should start appropriately with base Goku. Can you please pull up obligatory Shockwave Punch?
Everyone loves the Shockwave Punch.
Yep, I saw this one coming.
I think we all did. Where the fuck? Here it is. Oh, you actually have the manga panel.
Yeah. Again, I'm trying to use the manga the most. So, as you can see, in Goku's first fight with Beerus in Super Saiyan God, they clashed with each other so hard, it's kind of hard to see, I know, that just the shockwave of their clash was enough to shake the entire cosmological structure of Dragon Ball. So now, you're probably wondering, how big is Dragon Ball's universe? Well, I actually am ready. I'm fully prepared to do this for once. Can you please pull up the scale of the universe?
I like how we both very much prepared to just get right into cosmology.
Oh, yeah, because we have to.
Yeah, because this debate centers around this fucking cosmology.
Right. So, looking at this sphere, a lot of people will take a glance at it and be like, oh, wow, Dragon Ball's universe is pretty small. There's Earth right there. So, this is a very common misconception. Can you please pull up universe above? Because now we're going to have to explain what this shit actually is. So, basically, right, that entire top half is just Dragon Ball's afterlife. That is not that's not Earth up there. That's heaven. Just heaven is that planet. And then you have King Enema's place, you have Snake Way, you have Hell. And the reason this is pretty big is because in the data books and also in the anime, it is stated that heaven is the size of a universe. And it might not seem that way since heaven is a planet, but remember, this is the afterlife for all of Dragon Ball. So this is including everybody around the entire space of Dragon Ball, and they all end up in the same afterlife. So it does kind of make sense that even if heaven is a planet, everyone just eventually ends up there. If they were a good boy, of course. And using that, people have calculated that Dragon Ball's universe can range from 15 times the size of our universe to, if I remember correctly from the number from Death Battle, 1,505 times our size. Just from that statement of heaven being the size of the universe. But we're not done. Oh no. Because that's just the afterlife. Oh, and for people who are wondering why we know they actually shook all of this, it's because, can you please pull up the below universe? So, right. That's that bottom half, that's the actual physical universe of Dragon Ball down there. So where Earth, Namek, all of them are actually in the bottom half. And there's also the demon realm, which I'm gonna have to talk about because of Daima. But yeah, everything that was shook down here probably shook everything up there, because you see that bubble, that circle that's like not connected, but it's like looping around the universe.
Yeah.
That is the realm of the Kais. That is where the Kais look and they observe everything. This is how they're able to see both the afterlife and the current universe at the same time, because they're not technically a part of it. They're separated from it. And the shockwaves from their punch reached the realm of the Kais, and you can see it in the panel. So we know that their shockwave genuinely affected the entire universe of Dragon Ball. And it was shown that Goku, as he is now, just his base form should now also be at that level of power. And then he goes Super Saiyan, which is times 50. He goes Super Saiyan 2, which is times 2? Times 5?
I can see what you mean. So that's,
You see, like,
so he's like multiversal levels and power and growing and growing and growing with his forms then?
yes, and we're not done, because now I have to explain the demon realm. Can you please pull up Daima Realms? This is just a picture I had to grab. So it was, and I know people are like, is Dragon Ball Daima really canon? I mean, it's kind of canon. It does give us like a legitimate explanation of the demon realms, which we never had, and we
Look, I'm
do
just
know
gonna
that the
say,
demon realm.
I'm just going to say, in all fairness, if I'm using Prime and I was using Tails Tomb, you can use Daiba.
Okay.
Plus, like,
yeah.
didn't they give like lore about the Namekians?
Yes,
From
they did.
Daima
Why
that ended
wouldn't
up
it
in
be
the manga?
canon? I
So-
see no
Me-
reason why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
The reason is because, well, I guess I can pull this up before I explain. Can you pull up "He Ain't Using This"?
Fitting
I was
name.
curious
it
what this
seems.
one was.
Yeah, so
Come
in
on.
Daima, yeah, so in Daima, at the very end, Goku actually gets Super Saiyan 4, but obviously in the current Super, we have never even seen a hint, not even a smidgen, not even a molecule of a hint that he has this or could go into it. I'm not giving him this in the fight. I don't care. It's cool.
That looks
I know.
badass.
I know it's so cool, but where is it?
Me looking at Hypersonic, where is it? It's supposed to be here.
Where is it? Yeah, look, that's another connection. Goku has Super Saiyan 4 and Sonic has Ultra Sonic, and we can't go into it.
I have a question, Malak. Would
Yeah.
like, let's just say like we give him Daima and he gets Super Saiyan 4. Wouldn't Ultra Instinct already be like more powerful than Super Saiyan 4 is? Or even
Well-
like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan?
Honestly, I'm not sure, and the only reason I'm not sure is because obviously as Goku gets stronger, all of his forms get stronger too.
Mhm.
So maybe it is because, as I'm about to explain, because Goku does a crazy feat. In fact, let me explain it first because you'll see why I'm debating this.
Okay.
In Dragon Ball Daima, it is explained that the demon realms are actually divided into 3 separate layers, and each one is their own dimension. Right? So you have the top realm, you have the middle realm, which is where the Namekians came from. That's now an added piece of lore. The Namekians came from the middle demon realm. And then you have the bottom layer where everything fucking sucks. All of these are like divided by like an actual barrier that divides all of the dimensions from each other. Goku in Super Saiyan 4 with a single Kamehameha by himself broke through all 3 of these layers.
Wow.
Like, it was insane. Like, I my jaw hit the floor when I saw that scene. Not just because it was Super Saiyan 4, but because, like, oh my god. Like, Jesus Christ.
Maybe I should watch Daima then. I skipped out on Daima, so maybe I should watch it.
Honestly, I'd recommend it. If you're a fan of OG Dragon Ball, you'll like it. It has a nice vibe to it. It has a really nice vibe.
Yeah, that's the big thing I've heard, where it's just basically like, oh, it's just OG Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Which
I
I
do
need to
wish
read.
they
I
did a
need to
bit
actually.
more.
I need to stop warping Dragon Ball. I need to actually get into it.
Molak,
I
is
do
launch
wish-
in Daima?
Is Launch in Daima? No, she is not. I'm sorry.
Sad.
I know. I agree.
Launch is never coming back, guys. Get over it.
Come
Shut
on,
up!
man.
She's going to
Come
be
on.
the reason they defeat Frieza. All right, Launch will
Um,
clutch up.
So this is just like extra scaling for the cosmology then of just like
Yeah. Because if we're including Daima, as you saw in the diagram before, the demon realms are like actually, can you re-pull up Scale of the Universe? Just so I can point out where it is.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. The demon realms, people wonder where they are. You see that little tiny bulb at the bottom?
Mhm.
That's the demon realms.
Okay.
They're all down there.
Circling it on stream so that they know. It's just this little
Yeah.
tiny little nub at the bottom. That's the Demon Realms.
So yeah, if we give Goku Daima, that means that his punch, just his punch, also shook the demon realms as well. And now Goku in base form should have that level of power. And on top of all of his multipliers, that easily gets Goku to at bare minimum multi-plus, debatably even multi-complex, in my opinion. Debatably.
And that is like mentioning a bunch of his speed. Oh, sorry, apologies. That is like a very impressive like strength thing. What's Goku's speed in this case?
So, as it was stated in Cell versus Metal Sonic, Cell is faster than the Time Eater's what was like 70 quadrillion times the speed of light feet. And Cell was way back in Z. Goku is now far superior in strength and speed to Cell, so he would just immediately upscale off of that. But if you didn't just want to like upscale off of Death Battle's Calc, you can scale him to Granola. I mentioned it before. I almost forgot. Can you please pull up Granola bar?
Oh yeah.
Granola bar because he's setting the bar.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god. Thank you.
These names are crazy.
I tell you,
So-
Moloch is the goat when it comes to names.
So as you can see, when they first encounter Granola, this is after Granola wished himself to be the strongest in the universe. Granola dodges Goku's attack so fast that Goku states that he is faster than instant teleportation. So, if Granola is faster than Goku, does this matter? Actually, it does. Can you please pull up the perfect white man?
These names.
So
What's the
this
name?
is when This is Goku's like perfected Ultra Instinct form that he's using on Granola. And by the way, Granola has like special eyes that can like analyze people's Vita points. Yeah, Goku just fucking loses that when he goes Ultra Instinct. He's like, bro, where are your weaknesses? Don't need it. And Goku is about to fight Granola, right? Who, mind you, faster than instant teleportation. Can you pull up Perfect White Man too?
You have a second perfect white man?
Of course. Here's Goku blitzing the shit out of him. And now his perfected Ultra Instinct. So Goku is now moving faster than instantaneous teleportation, which, mind you, if we use the data book statement, is traveling Goku through a dimension where it is like he is above. What's it? It was like
Space and time.
Hang on, let me get the exact. Sorry, it transcends time. Goku is faster than a teleport that transcends time. So, no matter how you look at it, if you want to use the selfie and get a solid number, Goku would just greatly upscale off of that, especially with all of his multipliers. So you could get him also to the like quadrillions of times light speed. But if you buy him being faster than, if you buy the data book statement for instant transmission, honest to God, you could probably just get him to like immeasurable now. And even then, with instant transmission and stuff like Ultra Instinct, he can somewhat bridge the gap between, if there is a speed gap, he can just bridge it now with those techniques.
I like how we somehow evened out in stats. Basically. Especially speed. One quick thing about the Tails quote from Tails Tube, just to get this out of the way. The actual quote is, he's straight up saying that within the endless possibilities of space, there could be an infinite number of Sonics. Which, it's implying that the multiverse is infinite. That's what it's implying. Obviously, this is only stated in Tails Tube. This is never shown in the games. But that's the argument where the cosmology comes in, of it being multi and multi. Because all of those have to be universes based off of that quote. It's just there's potentially infinite of them, which changes the stats, which changes all of the stats. But again, it's just more of an argument of like multi-plus solidifying for Sonic.
All right.
Oh, wait. Okay, sorry. This has nothing to do with stats, but there is one more thing I wanted to bring up. Can you please pull up Kaiju White Man? Sorry.
How many white men do you have back there?
No, stop it. You can't just be having all these white men.
I should have mentioned it before, but if Goku is like down, I'm not sure if he can do this again. They gave it to him in his death battle, but I'm actually not sure if he can do this again. Goku created like a giant spirit aura around himself after all of his friends like shared their energy with him to help him fight Moro again. And I just wanted to bring it up because it was really cool, and also because like if he's in this form that was overpowering Moro, that's probably another amp to his strength right there. I don't know how much it increases his strength, but it's pretty cool. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, and just one last thing. Supersonic 2 is still an increase in base Supersonic. And everything I mentioned, the Multiversal Plus, all of that, that's just base Supersonic. Supersonic 2 is still an increase.
That's just base?
Yeah, that was base. That was base Supersonic.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, damn.
That was just normal Chaos Emerald Supersonic. That got immeasurable at Multi Plus because Tails Tube said there's an infinite number of Sonics.
Oh, wait. Master Pink said Goku did use the Kaiju form in the Granola arc. He did? I don't remember that. Did he do that?
I don't think it was as big, but it shows that he still has the capability of, like, creating that Ki Susano armor type thing.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
I would just say he can do that. Like honestly.
If we're giving him the Sonic armor, let's give him the Kaiju, because then that'd be an awesome fight of like supersonic scaling the fucking Kaiju.
That'd be cool. We could get like a Frontiers fight with Goku. That'd be sick.
Exactly.
That'd be high.
I've somehow convinced myself in liking this matchup from this debate.
I've always liked this matchup. People just
it's always been a thing, but it wasn't until I started researching when I went, oh fuck, Sonic's insane. Wait, this is actually a match. They sort of match up in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And we didn't even use Archie or Xenoverse of Heroes.
No, we didn't. This is mainline canons for both. Like, man, Sonic got disrespected to hell and back at power scaling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am very surprised at the high-end Sonic arguments. I was not expecting that.
Yep.
Wait,
I didn't expect it either.
I gotta give a shout out to real quick. I'm gonna make sure I shout out the right person. Ishiyuki made the cosmology blog for Sonic. That's where I got the information.
Shout out.
So I gotta give a shout out to them. They went through everything and they counted it out. So thank you so much for the multi-plus Sonic agenda.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like we are ready for our final arguments.
I think go ahead, Moloch.
Can you please pull up Speed Blitz?
That's the one agenda. Speed.
So, as you can see,
just really quick,
Goku.
Trop, just wait until they give their final arguments, then you can do the poll.
Yeah, listen. As you can see, even if somehow we didn't get there, but even if Sonic holds a speed advantage, again, I'm surprised that didn't happen, against Goku. Goku, using his Ultra Instinct, his instant transmission, and just his years and experience plus of skill and mastery of fighting, it does not matter how Sonic comes at him. Goku will adapt, and honestly, even in the middle of the fight, he could instant transmission, pop a pill, and then go back into the fight. Because that is something he could do. So Goku has plenty of ways where, even if Sonic is stronger and faster, Goku has experience fighting against foes like that, where he has eventually overcome them, adapted to them, and just used his experience to absolutely beat them down. And I think that that's going to be the same case here with Sonic. So, goodbye, Hedgehog.
I think Sonic is still faster no matter what. He gets immeasurable. He scales to the Solaris, who can destroy, if you want to get really insane, an infinitely large multiverse. He has resistances up his ass. He resists so many things. He resisted the advances of one Amy Rose. He can resist anything that Goku throws at him. All right. Sonic can, thanks to his super form, Supersonic 2, he can match Goku and beat Goku in strength and speed. And here's the thing about stuff like instant transmission and Ultra Instinct. I mean, tough shit. You can dodge. I'm still faster. I think Sonic's faster. I think Sonic's stronger. And he has an assortment of items he can use. He could turn Goku into a ring and then just absorb the ring. So now Goku is just inside the essence of Sonic because Sonic absorbs every ring. We don't know where he puts them. Who knows? He can heal himself. He has access to all the wisp. I just think it's easier to say that Sonic wins off of how fast and how strong he is. And his multitude of resistances.
All right.
Trop, go ahead and run the poll. Zoro, I want to hear what you think.
All right. So this matchup is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. So I just want to take a moment to commend both of you for making a compelling case for both.
Thank you.
So, yeah, with that in mind, you know, on the surface, it seems like Goku stomps because like his one universe gets like about like 1,000 times bigger than a normal universe, and then Sonic has like is in like the 300s for his multiverse. But like then with like Super Saiyan Sonic 2, it can kind of match that, but then it's also Goku in his base. So like I don't know. I think there are some good arguments on each side. What it comes down to me personally is that I think Goku's scaling arguments were just a bit better. Just in the fact that we have concretely he shook the universe, and then with the explanation, the feat with Super Saiyan 4, even if we don't count the form, and Sonic's multiverse, while impressive, is reliant on supposed modifiers from Sonic to Super Sonic 2. There is the implication of like the main thing supporting the multiverse theory being a YouTube channel, which, while canon, I don't know how binding that will be for a Sonic writer to reference a lore fact in a YouTube video for future for Sonic scaling. So I will cast my vote for Goku, but I might regret it tomorrow. But that's just where I'm feeling right now.
I feel like no matter which way you vote, you'll regret it.
Yeah.
No matter
this is a
who
really
wins
debatable
this,
one.
we are going to get hate for this cast just on principle of both of these fandoms. But you know what? I'm just going to vote for Goku.
Alrighty. Thank you, Zoro.
Finn, go ahead for your vote.
Just wanted to mention, like Zoro said, you both did a very good job, and I want to give a congratulations to Cajun because he's taught me a lot about Sonic scaling that I never knew before. I didn't know how powerful Sonic actually was in the modern day. Mario still solos. Anyway, I will say, you two, you forgot to mention one important thing about both of your characters, and I will gladly bring it in here. Molak, you forgot to mention Goku was completely obliterated from Krillin with a rock. I mean, I don't know how you forgot about that. And Cajun, you completely forgot when Sonic was destroyed by that giant sandwich, completely blasted in the side by it.
Okay.
Look, I think both of your quote-unquote goats are actually just big frauds after all.
Oh!
Hate to say it. Rock and sandwich level, seems like it's a Mario diff, in my opinion.
We ain't talking about Mario today, Pin.
Anyway, no longer joking. I think like in terms of like their stats, like even adding like things like Supersonic and the multipliers from Goku's forms, they seem relatively about even in terms of strength and speed, from where I can tell. I will say Sonic has a huge advantage when it comes to his resistances. It seems like he can survive quite a number of insane things that Goku has never dealt with before. But a lot of the resistances that Sonic has, like plot manipulation, while impressive, would have no real effect on this fight because Goku can't plot manipulate, and that wouldn't factor into him, getting punched to death. I think one thing that really caught my eye from the very beginning of this cast was the sheer skill difference between the two of them. Now, Sonic is like no slouch when it comes to skill. Like, he's an impressive, experienced fighter, but Goku has trained with gods and the most impressive martial arts, like in heaven and on earth. If their speed difference is so similar and their forms can match each other so well, I feel like Goku's skill surpassing Sonic plays a huge factor here for me. I especially like if there's like, again, like their speeds are so similar, and Ultra Instinct is factoring where he doesn't need to think to outpace Sonic at times. I'm gonna have to give my vote to Goku just for that fact.
All right, and Trop, you can go ahead and close the poll. Oh wow, we
I
got
put up the
36 votes. A lot of people came out for this one.
look. All I'm saying is I put in the fight of my fucking life. All right.
Oh no, you did
Oh,
a
you
great
You did a very
job.
good job. You
Like,
did a very good job.
you had me going back and forth in a debate. I didn't think I'd be going back and forth. So
It's
go
like
ahead.
You made me
don't.
shit.
And
You made me
if
shit
it's
myself
anything to
God.
go by, the poll has come in. It is a 50-50 split. The audience is completely torn on this one.
Yo.
It's
So,
still a
like-
win for Moloch, but
Yeah, like Moloch has won, but like I think this
Not the hearts of
goes
the
with-
audience.
yeah, like as far as the audience go, like it could go either way. So like honestly, round of applause for both of you. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
I was already
Yeah.
a fan of this matchup beforehand, so like this is just kind of I don't know, like I don't want to say it's improved my relationship with the matchup because I was already a fan of it, but like definitely makes me feel more proud to be a Sonic Goku supporter.
Yeah, this cast was awesome. Like honestly,
finding
I was ready to get stomped by Sonic scaling. I'm not gonna lie. Sonic is one of those verses that has like always scared me, even though I didn't know a lot about it. And when Krot was mentioning all of the fucking stupid dimensions that Sonic has, I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
literally, I was just doing research because I was like, "There's got to be something like we always talk about Solaris. Like, there's got to be some of the timelines." And then I saw that blog, and I was like, "Oh, wait, I have a chance. I have a chance. I just have to remember a bunch of shit." But yeah, dude, Moloch, it's always a pleasure to debate you. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you. I love debating against you too, Croat. You bring a lot of great
It's
energy.
always fun.
Shout out to Occasion and Molak and Zoro, and thank you, Trop, for being our amazing mod in the chat, and thank you, audience, for the big audience came out for this one. Clearly.
Oh yeah.
So thank
the
you guys so much.
people, as much as we meme and joke about it, the people yearn for Dragon Ball versus Sonic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Like it is a popular series combo. Whether you think like it's a warranted popularity is up for debate, but it is pretty popular. But like, I think
mean-
the debate kind of shows that like there is a reason because like it's not just like Sonic copied Super Saiyan. No. Like there's actual like neck and neck things that can be done with it. That heck, I think even like Trunks versus Silver from Death Battle kind of shows that that one kind of goes into like the outer cosmology, but like
Right.
like that was an upset because everyone thought Trunks was just gonna destroy Silver, and then like
I thought
he
so
ended up
too. I thought Trunks had that in the bag.
yeah. So it really just showed that like there's a lot of potential for these kind of matchups.
Oh,
But
we
yeah.
got a super chat.
Super
wow.
chat.
All right. Let's highlight it. Kane Wilson says, "Will supersonic damage negation be taken into account, or if we're taking Archie comic supersonic into account, immunity to eraser existence?" This matchup isn't really using the Archie cosmology at all. Oh yeah, that is a thing that wasn't really brought up. Is like his just general invulnerability to stuff while in supersonic.
Yeah.
His
I mean,
what?
he's immune to existence rate. Man, Archie Sonic, I'm so glad I didn't have to fight him. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so honest.
Archie
but-
Sonic would have
yeah.
made this an entirely different ball game.
Yeah,
I would've been so mad.
Yeah,
I apologize. Kane.
unironically,
Oh, go ahead, Cation.
unironically, this cast has made me less interested in even doing Xenoverse Goku versus Archie Sonic.
Yeah.
I apologies, Kane. We just came to the conclusion of the cast, unfortunately. But thank you so much for your super chat. It means a lot to us. Thank you a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
Well-
Before we sign off, I just want to do a quick highlight. Let me just go back through here just to make sure I get my source right, because as you might know, as we say, this is a Nebula Theater versus Court. So by being a YouTube member for the Nebula Theater channel, this is one of many matchups that have been submitted by our lovely backers. who pay us money to get your matchups not only pitched directly to Nebula Theater, but also debated in casts just like the one you see today. And I just want to quickly find whoever pitched this one for us. Okay, so theater debate. All right, I believe this one was. No, wait, that's debate planning. Someone stall for me while I find out.
Really quick, like Zoro said, the Nebula Theater channel does pitches, and you can have your matchup pretty much any matchup you want debated on cast, and maybe even you can have Cajun and Molak debate for your matchup someday if they're interested in it.
Hey,
even
as long as it's not fate, as long as I don't gotta deal with fate.
And if you special time offer, if you submit a matchup from the Fate series, we will have Moloch exclusively debate those characters.
Man, please.
Moloch exclusively. We'll do the Fate research.
And I'll also do the if you guys submit Ted versus Paddington, I will, of course, do the entire Ted Paddington cast myself.
Ted versus Paddington? Wait, that's
absolutely
hilarious.
I'm waiting for someone to submit a wrestling matchup. I'll be on that shit.
Yeah. So I highly recommend you guys give our thing if you liked our cast today, maybe subscribe to Nebula Theater and give us a bit
don't
of.
forget to check out Versus Court. There's going to be a lot more me and Moloch there. If you want to see us debate more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course, go to Versus Court for more of these two gentlemen here.
And thank you again to Electric Han, one of our own moderators, for suggesting and submitting this matchup to debate today.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Oh, I should note that the pitches for matchups to pitch directly to the creators are exclusive to the angel investors, but I think just the box seats are what you can do just to get stuff submitted for cast. And who knows?
If you want to do the membership for Nebula Theater, just make sure to read through all the perks for angels investors and box seaters before you make your decision.
We also have gaming streams with Plime and other members of the Nebula Theater cast, where we play stuff like Fall Guys. We've played Smash Brothers a couple times, and it's a lot of fun. But thank you all for coming tonight. And any final thoughts before we sign off, fellas?
Just off the top of my head, because someone brought up Archie Sonic. The birds and Archie Sonic could keep up with Sonic. So a quick thought I had is, who has more anti-feats, Goku or Sonic?
I feel like even the Sonic getting hit by a sandwich trumps everything Goku has ever gone through. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Goku got stepped on by an elephant, though.
Yeah, but it's a sandwich from that fat dude. That
Moloch.
Here's my argument. Yeah. Sonic may have more anti-feats, but Goku has the biggest anti-feat of all. He's scared of Chi-Chi.
Well, Sonic is scared of Amy, to be fair.
I mean, Sonic's
scared of responsibility. All right, let's keep it real.
Cajun, I'm surprised you didn't bring up the biggest Goku anti-feat of all. Goku would just throw Sonic a sensu bean because he wants a fight.
I know.
Electric in chat. Thank you.
I wasn't going to do that to Moloch. I had the fucking cosmology in the back pocket. I was... Krillin Rock. The Krillin Rock versus the Salmon sandwich. That's our next cast.
Any final thoughts, Zora?
I just love this matchup, and I think that is a good place to wrap this up. So thank you again for everyone for showing up, and hope to see you again when court is in session. Yep. Have a good night, y'all.
And Mario Souls. Good night.
Shut up.
Damn it, Pen!